wanted to have you talk to people about your experience going through that presentation training, starting off with what were you feeling when the organizer contacted you and said, hey, Shelley, I want you to speak at my convention. What were your thoughts right there?
Okay, so I have to preface this by saying, I know a lot of people say they're the last people that would ever give a presentation, but I truly believe that I am fit in that category. I'm the last person that would ever voluntarily do any kind of public speaking. I've had public speaking phobias since elementary school. So when she asked me, I figured she must not know me very well because I truly would never do that. And I immediately said no, but I didn't write that email. I started typing my no way email. And then the next day I was like, I really think it would be beneficial and truly like a growing experience for me to actually say yes. Because here I am being given this opportunity that I normally would never seek out. I mean, it wasn't like a dream of mine. It was something I would just never even want to do ever. So since the opportunity came to me, I decided to take it. And the first person that I wanted to ask to help me was obviously you. And I was embarrassed to even tell you that I was doing a speech because I felt like people would just laugh, like
it's so crazy to me, Shelley, because I know that you're an introvert and I know that it's so scary, but you put together an amazing presentation and I didn't do that. You did that. I did you.
I give you so much credit because I truly don't even know where my presentation would be at if it wasn't for you, because you completely made that process happen, and made it make sense the whole way through, because I was doing everything, all of those rookie mistakes that you're not supposed to do, because I truly was starting at, ground zero.
So I appreciate that. I give you all the credit because it takes a lot of work. And I think that people just think that if they're good in a social atmosphere, if they're maybe the party goer that can go into a room and just be able to network well, that they could speak well. But a lot of people forget the key thing that you need to do is prepare. And if you don't prepare, it's really going to be a horrifying experience because you think that you're landing the message, but you're really not. Or on the flip side, which is where you were coming from, is that you're so scared to be on stage that you don't even remember your message, let alone land the message, right? And that's why practice, no matter which category you fall into, is really the key to being able to succeed on stage. So with that, I wanted to tell a little bit about the process of what we did together. Can you share that?
Sure. So you helped me write my little, kind of like the Mad Lib style, write my headline for my presentation, bullet point out what I would be talking about. We weighed everything we could talk about because my topic was fairly broad. It was just about branding. So we had to actually figure out how to make that relevant for the audience. We talked about who was going to be in the audience. I mean, we just covered all bases for how to make the presentation the best that it can be for that room. And so once we had the bullet points, then we broke down every single bullet point, like you kept saying, kind of like the 5-paragraph essay style, which I never would have done my presentation that way. I'm sure I would have been just, zigging and zagging everywhere and trying to say a million things. But it actually made it super easy to both write because it made sense. And then, of course, so much easier for people to follow. And I got that comment a lot, that it totally made sense. They could follow it the whole way and that they got a lot of takeaways from it.
Because you developed a cohesive presentation, because point A flowed into point B, which flowed into point C.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we were able to do that because we started off with just focusing on the marketing, really. It's when you want, if you are in this arena and you want to pitch yourself to organizers, you always send off, here's my topic and here are my 3 deliverables. Well, that's what we started with, and that's what we built every single week. We were together in a format like this on FaceTime, Skype, or Zoom, going through each one of your sections and making sure that your wording matched and wasn't extraneous, that it was clear, concise, and conversational. And also that your visuals made sense and weren't too cluttered and actually help people understand your idea versus detract from it and having people focus on the visual too much over your words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what would you say was your aha moment? Because your pictures coming back from this event were amazing.
In just the whole thing. I mean, I still can't believe that I did it. It just felt like such a huge feat for me to personally overcome. And then the fact that I actually enjoyed it, I would have never, ever thought that. And I felt really good. You know, I sent you that selfie of me like right before I was going on, you know, and I was smiling. I was really excited. I just couldn't wait to do it. I felt so prepared, which, as you mentioned, is key. And I totally agree. When you're watching other people's presentations, you can tell who actually prepared and who didn't. It doesn't necessarily matter if you're a good speaker naturally, but if it's a prepared presentation, you can follow it.
Absolutely.
So for me, just the fact that I did it, it felt like probably the biggest accomplishment. I don't know. I'm not going to put it on par with having my kids, but it's pretty close.
Please don't. Okay.
It was
awesome.
Close. It was close. It was a really big one for me that I just would have never, ever expected.
I was giving you like a little mini applause. I wanted to give you a standing ovation. So do you think that you would now actually seek out some speaking engagements to build your business and to build your email list and have it as a part of one of your strategies, Miss Introvert?
I totally would. And I have done a one more speaking thing since the big one, as I call it, because that one was an hour-long presentation. So I just want to emphasize, I went from not being able to speak for 15 seconds, I would say, to actually doing an entire hour. So yes, I would. I really would. I loved it. It was really fun. It was invigorating. And it was also really an important exercise just for my business, because going through all of these ideas and like honing in on what my message is just makes it where I can share that on all my platforms, not just in the speech, you know?
Right, absolutely. It comes down to your elevator pitch. It comes down to the wording that you write on people's websites. All of those little things is a part of your overall branding. And it's so important to be able to voice with confidence what you do for other people, right? I mean, that's what we are all here for as entrepreneurs. Shelley, thank you so much. You have been so awesome sharing your insights about what to have on your homepage. And thank you so much for telling people about your experience for presentation training. Just tell people how they could contact you if they're interested in web design.
Okay, my business is called Shiny Acorn, and it's shinyacorn.com. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest at Shiny Acorn.
So I have to give you a shout out here, because most email newsletters that you sign up for, you sign up because you want to get that freebie, and then you never open up another newsletter again, another email marketing campaign. I have to hand it to you. Your emails are awesome. You do such a good job sharing your knowledge in your emails.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So sign up for her email list, because it will help you. All right, Shelley, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Keith, I hope you're doing well, and we will chat with you guys. I'll pop up on your feed live sometime next week. All right, guys, have a good one. Happy Friday.
Thank you.